to a new school year, and we're so excited for those of you that have been with us before, and those of you that are new to Kilo. We're just really excited to meet all of you. We are your counseling team. My name is Mrs. Denny, and I have last names beginning with the letters A through G. Yes. And my AP that I work with is Miss Garrison, and she does the letters A through G as well.
My name is Miss Pierce, and I have letters H through O, and I'm working with Mrs. Tyler, your AP.
I'm Miss Dunham, and I have the end of the alphabet, P through Z's, and I'm working with Mr. Leader.
Hi, I'm Miss Livingston. I sit outside of the counselor's office. You'll come see me first, and I can help you with anything you need and getting to your counselor.
We're your counseling staff. We're really excited to meet you, and we will see you soon. Thanks, farmers.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, come on in. This is my office, room 103. CIS stands for Communities and Schools. That is a program that I run at Kilo, which is designed to just be a support system for the students here. So I run a college prep group to help you get ready for your future. I take field trips to visit colleges, and we're gonna go to the UNT football game and basketball game. My office is stocked with snacks, candies, school supplies. We have binders, pens, pencils, papers. I have a couch if you need to come talk to somebody about whatever's going on, because I know that high school can be difficult, and so that's why I'm here to help you guys. And my room is always open during block lunch if you want to come and eat lunch with me. That would be fun.
Hey guys, Miss Garrison, Mr. Leader, and I would like to welcome you back to school and share some important information to help make sure that you guys are truly successful this year. The number one fact that you all need to remember is that the more responsibility you show us, the more freedom and more opportunities that you will have to enjoy your time here at Kilo. We provide many opportunities for you to make great choices for yourself. So with some choices that you make, some negative ones, there will be consequences always. So make a commitment to yourself that you will focus on making great choices this year, so you don't even have to deal with lunch detention pass or DAB, whatever. So let's go ahead and go into it. So lunch detention. After second period ends, go directly to room 139. There will be a teacher in there. What we want you to do is sign in and follow the teacher's instructions. Complete the assignment for the day. When you're finished, you can read, do classwork, but you cannot sleep. There will be no talking, no cell phone. If you're using an iPad, it is because the teacher has informed somebody of authority that you can use the iPad during lunch detention, but it can only be for academic work. So you're not getting on Facebook, we're not surfing the web, we're not doing Twitter, none of that. You will be in detention for about 40 to 45 minutes, and then you can eat lunch. So let's say I decide that I want to go to block lunch, or I want to go do something else with Mr. Leader and Ms. Garrison, and I skip it. Therefore, when one of the APs find out, we will assign you another lunch detention, plus you will do that same lunch detention. So now you have, instead of one lunch detention, you have two. I want you to know nothing goes away. So you might think that you're getting out of something, but you're really not. So make sure that you're going to your lunch detention, you're doing exactly what we're asking you to do. And just for you to know that you're giving up more time to go to lunch detention than if you would have just went to class or wherever you were going. So try not to have lunch detention. Try to avoid it at all costs.
I'm going to talk to you about some of the things we have here to help support you in being a successful student. First of all, Wednesday night school is from 3:45 to 6 o'clock. If you are assigned to Wednesday night school by a teacher or by an assistant principal, you must serve the entire time. You can't come for an hour, get some work done, and then leave early. You're there from 3:45 to 6 o'clock. There is no transportation home after Wednesday night school, so you will need to arrange to have someone come pick you up, ride home with a friend, walk home, whatever you need to do to get home from Wednesday night school, but just know that there will not be a bus waiting for you when you finish. You will get Wednesday night school because you are not meeting expectations. You're not doing what you need to do in the classroom. You're not doing what you need to do as far as the three of us are concerned. So the easiest way to avoid Wednesday night school is to take care of your business. Go to tutoring, participate in class, do your homework, turn in your projects in your paper, do what you need to do in the classroom. That way you don't have to give up that chunk of time on Wednesday afternoons.
Mr. Leader, something else I want to input is that on Tuesday nights, we do have a late bus for students who want to stay and do tutoring. So, if you live far away, you don't want to walk home, if you'll just come Tuesday, go to your teachers' rooms, get your tutoring done so that you keep your grades up, then you have that opportunity to stay late, take care of business, and still have transportation home. If you aren't doing that, you're not keeping up with your grades, then you're going to end up having to stay late anyway, but you won't have the transportation home. So it's something to think about.
And those of you that don't drive or don't live close to here, your parents are going to have to come pick you up, then you're going to have to deal with that at home. So just take care of your business so that you don't have to worry about any of that.
Exactly.
All right, so let's say you're assigned to Wednesday night school. Your teachers will let you know. They'll confirm. They'll have you. They'll give you some sort of paperwork. Immediately after fourth period ends, you need to go down to the lecture hall, first floor, center hallway, and wait there. The Wednesday night school teachers will meet you there and then escort you to a classroom where you'll spend that time for Wednesday night school. No cell phones. No cell phones at all in Wednesday night school. There's no need for a cell phone. If there's any type of emergency or your mom calls or texts you, tell her, I've got Wednesday night school. I can't be on my phone. That will get you a discipline consequence. You can use your iPad, but you need to make sure that you're using it for academic purposes only and that your teacher knows that you're going to use it. Don't just pull it out and say, oh, I need to type up my notes. Ask your teacher for permission. He or she will let you know that, yeah, that's okay. And then, like I say, academic purposes only. You need to make sure that you bring your work to do. You're in Wednesday night school for a reason. You're in there because you're missing work. You didn't turn in your biology project, whatever it is. You're in Wednesday night school because you're not meeting classroom expectations, which means that you have work to do. Know what the work is that you need to get done. Bring it with you. Bring all the things that you're going to need to get that accomplished. If you skip Wednesday night school, which would be a very poor decision, you will have a day of pass, and then you'll be reassigned for the next Wednesday. Like Ms. Tyler said, nothing ever goes away. Just because you skip that Wednesday night school, you serve your day of pass, that doesn't mean that you don't have the next Wednesday night school. You'll have as many Wednesday night schools as it takes to make sure that you get that caught up. The best way to avoid it, go to tutoring during block lunch, take advantage of Tuesday afternoon tutoring where you have a ride home from school, do your homework, turn it in, do what your teacher asks you to do. It's very simple. Another way that we support you as a student is stay put. And now 10th graders, you know what stay put is. It may not sound like it's a support, it may sound like it's a punishment, which it's kind of both. So every 3 weeks is what's called a progress check. You'll get a progress report. It'll list all the grades that you have in all your classes, how you're doing. Your parents can look at it. Students who are not passing classes at that 3-week progress report will be put into stay put. It's a 3-week assignment. It's not a one afternoon. It's not a 1 week. It's not a, oh, I got my grades up, so now I'm not in stay put anymore. If you're in stay put, you're there until the next progress check. You get your grade up to where it's supposed to be, you're still in stay put. You'll go straight to the lecture hall at the end of second period. So this takes place during block lunch. Because you are not meeting your expectations in the classroom, we're going to pull that freedom away from you until you show that you can take care of your academic business. 9th graders, you'll be in stay put for A block. 10th graders, you'll be in stay put for B block. And then the opposite block is when you get to eat your lunch. In stay put, it's a study hall. There's no technology. There's no phone. If you need your iPad, again, same thing as Wednesday night school. You're using it for academic purposes only, and you've got teacher's permission before you get it out. There's no talking, there's no sleeping, there's no putting your head down. This is 30 minutes for you in the middle of your school day to take care of your business. Get caught up, get your work done, meet those expectations, get those grades up so that at the next progress check we can take you out of stay put, and then you can go about go about your block lunch business. One thing I want to really emphasize, and I know I've said it before, but I want to reiterate, you are in stay put for 3 weeks. No exceptions.
It's a long time.
You get that algebra grade up to an acceptable level, whatever is acceptable to your teachers and your parents, you're still in stay put. It's a pretty significant consequence. There is no excuse for you not to pass your classes. The only excuse is that you're not trying. We've got Wednesday night school, we've got block lunch tutoring, we've got Tuesday night tutoring, we've got stay put. There are so many supports in place so that you can be a successful student as long as you take advantage of them.
Absolutely.
Can I piggyback on that?
Sure.
Since we're talking about Wednesday night school and stay put, I need to talk about PASS because that is important as well. After arriving on campus, if you are assigned PASS, that's really our in-school suspension. If you are assigned PASS, when you come to school, you need to go immediately to those maroon chairs outside the attendance office, across from the tardy table. The PASS teacher, Ms. Brown, she will be there. She'll meet you, she'll talk to you, and walk you to room 105. There's no talking and no technology. I mean, no phone, no iPad, no nothing. It's not meant to be fun, so I do want you to be well aware of that. It's time to reflect on the choices you made and your consequence. You will have scheduled breaks and lunch. At the end of the day, you are to immediately exit the building. Do not loiter, don't stand around, don't wait for your friend, because remember, you've been in PASS. Again, nothing goes away. So if you decide to skip it, say, I'm sick now because I can't go to PASS, I might come to school. When you come back to school, guess what? It will be waiting for you. So when you come to school, go to the chairs, take a seat, and wait on Ms. Brown, and someone will help you out. But just know that PASS does not go away. Nothing around here goes away.
And like she said, PASS is not supposed to be fun. It's a consequence for a poor choice that you make. Misbehavior in the classroom will not be tolerated. It will be an escalation of consequences. Go to PASS, take care of your business, use it as an opportunity to reflect on how you can make better choices in the future, get some good classwork done, and then serve your time and move on with your life.
So I've got the last thing to talk about, and it's office referrals. And we hope that nothing ever gets to the point that you have to have an office referral, but we want to let you know kind of the procedures that we follow and what you can expect if you do. In a situation of an office referral, there's two different ways that you might get one. One, if there's something going on in class that you are keeping yourself or others from learning, keeping the teacher from doing what he or she needs to be doing, that you're an immediate distraction to the classroom, you're going to be asked to leave the class and go down to the office with a referral. Now, if you're sent out of class to the office with a referral, you'll go in the back door to the office, which is right at the bottom of the stairs of the main hallway.
Across from the library.
It's across from the library, and you will enter right there where Miss Livingston is sitting. You'll sit down there. She'll take the referral. She'll let you know whether or not to go see the assistant principal, whichever one it may be, or whether if you need to wait there for a little bit. Regardless of how long you're waiting there, it's really important that you're not talking. You don't get on your phone to start texting. Oh, you won't believe what happened. Da, 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 da. That's really not the time for it. That kind of behavior is going to end up making the situation even worse. Most of the time, or many times when students come to the office, they're upset, and we understand that. This is a time for you to just stop. You're not going to be bothered. People aren't going to be talking to you. You're waiting to see an assistant principal. Try to gather your thoughts and your self-control. Situations happen. Sometimes it's misunderstanding. Sometimes it's that you just made a bad choice. When you do see us, we're going to make sure that we talk to you. We give you an opportunity to share your story, what happened from your perspective. We're also going to get the information from teachers. We'll get information from others if that's necessary, to make sure that we are getting the entire story before we make a decision on what that consequence may be. But as we've said many, many times, we expect you to be responsible for your actions. And part of being responsible for your actions is being respectful. There's lots of times that we don't agree on things, but we can disagree without being disrespectful. And so it's important that you keep that in mind. It's a really tough life lesson to learn, but it's something that will help you be very successful no matter what you're doing as an adult. So you're in the office, you're sitting there, you're going to collect your thoughts, you're going to try to get yourself, under control, and then when you come in, you'll see us, you'll talk to us. Most of the time we're going to have you write down what happened because we don't want to have to remember what you said or didn't say. So just know that's part of it, is writing down your statement, your story of what happened. And then we'll issue the consequences. We've talked some about some of the lighter consequences like lunch detention, academic consequences like stay put, Wednesday night school. Oftentimes if you're on a referral, you're gonna start with being in pass, and it might be for a day, it might be for a few days, but if a teacher who's really working hard to help you be successful is saying that you're preventing yourself or others from learning, that's significant, and there's going to be a significant consequence. So whether it's pass for a few days, we'll try to give you a few opportunities to correct that behavior. If you continue to get referrals to the office, though, it's going to end up being even more severe, like the DAEP, or even more severe than that. And we don't even want to get to that point, so because we really want to focus on you being the responsible individuals, the young adults that you are, and making good choices. What I can tell you is the very best thing you can do, even when you're upset and angry, is to remain calm. Don't talk back. If you start to get into a situation with a teacher in the classroom, she's saying, you know what, I'm going to send you out of the room, it's a referral. No matter how angry you are, no matter how unfair you may think that situation is, please don't talk back. Please don't be disrespectful. Come down to us, talk to us about the situation, and see what we can do to help resolve the total situation. If you talk back, if you mouth off, if you make gestures to your teachers on your way out the door, whatever it may be, it's only going to make the situation worse, and there'll be more severe consequences. So please keep that in mind, that self-control is very key in all situations, but in our most stressful situations, it's really important to have that self-control.
You will get a chance to tell your side of the story. You'll meet with one of us. You'll get your opportunity to say what happened. So like Ms. Garrison said, be responsible, be mature. I know you'll be upset. I know that you'll be frustrated. Use that time, collect your thoughts, and be ready to have a mature adult conversation with one of the three of us.
And I mentioned at the beginning of my part that there were two different ways to get an office referral. So the first is being actually sent out of class. Another situation is that you might just be continually not doing what you're supposed to do in class. If you're supposed to be working on something, you're just refusing to work on it. But it's not necessarily causing other people in the class from learning or the teacher from teaching. She or he may not send you out of class, but that doesn't mean you won't get an office referral. So there may be situations where you stay in class, you go on your way, and then later in the day you get called down because you got an office referral. That's not meant to blindside you. Our ultimate goal is to make sure that you are in class and learning as much of the time as possible. Sometimes you make bad choices, and you have to be held accountable for those bad choices. But if we can keep you in class, we're going to keep you in class. So just keep that in mind as well. Just because a teacher doesn't get really upset and throw you out of class doesn't mean that you haven't made a bad choice and that you're not going to have consequences for it. Can you guys think of anything else with office referrals?
No, we just really want you guys to be the best you that you can be. That's really what our job is for. We're not here to answer office referrals all day. We're really here to help you guys make good decisions, and I want you to be well aware of that we're not here just to be, the mean guys.
And one thing I wanted to mention is that I know at the beginning of the school year you had a bunch of different things you had to read and sign, and you may not have really read and understood everything that you said, but one of the things that you signed in your Skyward forms was that you know what the Student Code of Conduct is and where to find it. That's what we're going to follow. Whenever it comes to an office referral and the consequences that go along with that, it's all listed in the Student Code of Conduct. So to make sure that you have read and understand exactly what your expectations are going to be for your behavior as a student here in the school district.
One of the things that I see most often with students who get very frustrated and end up in office referrals is that they're very angry because they felt like they didn't know the rule. They didn't know they weren't supposed to do that. And, you know, and a lot of times students want to come and say, but the teacher didn't say I couldn't do this or this. It's not the teacher's job to tell you everything. It's just like Mr. Leader said, it's your job to know that student code of conduct. Know what the boundaries are here. Know what the expectations are for Louisville Independent School District and for our campus here at Kilo. Be aware of what the rules and regulations are so that you know not to cross those lines. And when you do cross the lines, then it's important that you go, hey, you know what, I messed up, I crossed the line, I'm going to accept my consequence, and I'm going to make an effort not to do that again. And that's how we move on and we go forward and have a great year.
All your teachers, all your principals, we're all here to make sure that you're a successful student and that you are a responsible young adult. So if there's anything that we can do to help support that, come talk to us, ask questions. We want to make sure that this is the best school year yet.
Absolutely. You guys have a great day.
Bye.